Hello guys. So I had a bit of a day off yesterday because I was a bit exhausted um, from Friday at work and Saturday as walk. Um, again, thank you so much for sharing, liking, donating. Please, please, please keep doing it. Um, I just want to build this platform as much as we can to raise as much money and also awareness. Um, so today I'm actually going to talk about myself and alcohol. So I gave up alcohol back in June on the advice of my therapist. I was never an alcoholic in the sense that I drank every day or I needed to drink to feel good. Um, I I would start drinking just like everybody else, just having a good time at the pub with friends. But I would never know when to stop, when my limit was. I would drink in excess. I would buy more alcohol on the way home from the pub to drink when I got home because I wanted to stay drunk. It was a confidence boost for me as well as smothering my problems. Um, and that went on for as long as I can remember drinking. To note, one time in my 20s, I was put in hospital for alcohol. I had gone out with some work colleagues, received some news, and because there's other people involved, I'm not going to tell the story of why, what was the reason. Um, Basically, rather than dealing with that, I decided to drink double Courvoisier and Cokes two at a time over and literally just necking them until I was pissed as a fart. And then went outside for a cigarette, fresh air hit me, lighting my cigarette. Colleagues were asking if I'm alright, said fine. As I go to light my cigarette, I fall backwards, smash my head on the pavement. Get back up, I'm fine. People tell me I need to go home, go to light the cigarette. I say no, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Go to light the cigarette, and I fall again. Um, my friends proceed to try and get me a taxi when some of my other friends, who I didn't actually know were out, were in a pub across the road and saw what was going on. Came over, I ended up in an argument with my work colleagues. It turned out one of the friends from the other pub worked for a cab firm, so she got her cab firm to come pick me up. I proceeded to throw up on the back of the taxi driver's head, so I've heard. I don't remember. And he dropped me off at A&E. I mean, he was nice enough to do that. He didn't actually have to do that at all. Um, and then I woke up in hospital. Got in trouble at work because I didn't turn up for work the next day. Um, yeah, it wasn't a good time. But many years later, I'd carried on. I put myself in danger of such horrible situations through drink. So 3 months ago, I decided it was time to give it up. Um, because I had been considering it for a long time, but to hear your therapist say it, it kind of tells you that you need to. She wanted me to try it. Um, and you know what? I don't miss it at all. I don't miss the hangovers. I feel like I've got a shitload more energy. I feel like I'm happier. Um, my anxiety is a lot lower than it used to be, and I have it better under control than I was. Um, it was definitely a major factor in my mental health issues. I'm not saying I'm cured. I'm not saying that by any way. I I'm still continuing in therapy. I'm still working on myself. Um, but it's something that's plagued me since I turned 18. Um, and I didn't want to admit it because I loved how I felt when I was drunk. Because I was confident, because I was more funny, because people liked being around me. When in actual fact that probably wasn't true. Um, and I am working on my self confidence now. Even this. Um, I hated talking on camera and posting it online. I've gotten to a point where I don't care too much about what people think. Because the people that love you will love you for who you are, with or without alcohol, warts and all. I don't know what this is going to do for my online dating, because if they see this, they might run a freaking mile. But I'm honest about what's going on with me now, and what I need to work on. I think I've still got a long way to go, and alcohol wasn't my only problem. There's things that I can't talk about on a public platform. But I will keep talking about as much as I can. My friends know most of the other stuff. But yeah. So that was the reason I gave up alcohol. So I hope this helps someone that can relate. You're not alone. And you don't have to be alone. Talk to people if you think you have an issue. Because I questioned it for ages whether I had an issue with alcohol. But I kept brushing it off because I didn't want to have to stop. It was my social life. It was a big part of my life. I made it that big part of my life. But my relationship with it was toxic, so I had to cut it off. And I bet there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way. My messages are always open. So if anyone does have any questions or wants to talk to someone independent, I'm not a trained therapist though. I'm not a counsellor. I'm not an AA group. I don't have the magical fixes and magical answers for you, but I am here to listen. It was a big part, as I say, it was a big part of my life. It was a big part of my gig culture. It was going out and getting pissed. I mean, as a Brit, it's part of our culture, and I think for most people that's absolutely fine. But I think there's a number of us that it affects negatively, and the problem can be that we use alcohol to deal with our problems. But alcohol is a depressant. It is never going to help. It may help for a little bit, but it's never going to be the solution, and it's only a temporary fix. And actually, it can make things a lot worse. People do stupid things when they've had a drink and you're not thinking straight. You can ruin relationships, you can ruin friendships, you can ruin a lot of things in your life while you're drunk. And I'm not completely against alcohol, don't get me wrong. I'm still happy to be out with friends while they get pissed off their faces because they can handle it. Their relationship with alcohol isn't bad. But for those of us that struggle with it, it needs to be talked about more. Well, I'm going to stop rambling on now because I'm sure you guys have probably had enough of me, and I'm going to have to split this over several videos. But thank you for donating, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, and thank you for listening to me. Please keep doing it. Please, let's get this cause out there. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'm hoping you're having a great mental health day. See you later.